Money Vikings, welcome back. Thank you very much for joining me. Money Viking G here, and I got a really interesting and special one for you today. So what we want to talk about is Bitcoin in terms of what's been happening the last couple weeks and how the price is low and how this is absolutely, in my opinion, the time to pick up a little more. So here's the thing. Bitcoin has come down now about 25,000 from its all-time highs. And the fear index is at its peak. It's absolutely at the highest level ever. And for many reasons, I'll explain a couple of them, do not think that is justified. I think those are some newer folks into the market. They call them the tourists that have been flushed out because they've freaked out. And a couple of ideas there. So number one, if you are putting money into Bitcoin that you need for other needs in the short run, then that's really not the right approach. I do think the right approach is a long-term buy and hold strategy. And I think that you have to put an amount in there that you can kind of forget about. A lot of very savvy investors will tell you, you put 1% to 2% in and you pretend it's not there. It's a long-term savings account is what it is. So that's really, I think, the most appropriate approach to Bitcoin and to deal with its volatility, which is really a feature. It's not a bug, it's a feature of it because it is such a, it's just so connected to the day-to-day machinations of the market and can fluctuate quite a bit. But here is the thing. There are so many things still in favor of long-term Bitcoin adoption. Number one, the fundamentals have not changed. The concept of it being digital gold has not changed. The concept of it being a finite digital asset has not changed. The fact that the Senate and the Congress are going to be taking up legislation. They are actively, as we speak, meeting week in and week out to develop rules and regulations around crypto, to discuss the concept of a Bitcoin strategic reserve. All those things are very long-term bullish for Bitcoin and definitely point in favor of it going up over time. And at this point, it's kind of one of those things where unless there's some huge existential crisis or thing that happens, it's just not going to zero at this point. It's too ingrained now in the financial system. You have the ETFs, you have the huge institutional investors, you have many, many individual investors, private investors. And so it is part of the financial investment ecosystem now. And I'd say just as much as gold is and just as much as stocks and bonds are. Now, it has room to grow though. That's the thing. It's not the market cap of gold. It's not the market cap of other investments, but it has surpassed many companies. I think it's about 2 trillion now. So it is very large, but it has a long way to go to reach that level, that parity with gold and other assets. So keep that in mind. So bottom line, now is the time again, when fear is rampant, that's the time to buy an asset that you believe in. It's not when it's skyrocketing up or when it's at its peak or its height. But at the same time, it could go lower. I don't see any reason why it couldn't go a bit lower, but it's definitely going higher at some point. I think that is just absolutely, that writing's on the wall. And I think it's going much higher than what it is trading today. So take that to heart, and we'll talk with y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.